Shalom, Brother Kabal back in another GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us His truth according to the Bible and well. Another Shalom to all the sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth through diligence and sincerity. And another Shalom to all the sincere followers, believers. All right, of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, men, women, and children. Okay. Who are not just hearers of the word but doers as well. Shalom to you. And title's lessons, fool me once, right? You know the saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? And this comes from a video I actually seen this morning. All right, on the Maxine. And it made me think about this same company that that's creating these magazines are the same company that was being sued for giving people cancer in their products. Now I'm gonna play the video so you can see. But this is Sirach 12:10. It says, never trust thy enemy. Right. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we are to never. Never means never. Not at one point, not at one time. Never trust thy enemy. Psalms 83. Esau, Edom, right, by process of elimination is the so-called white man. Right. He's ahead of the list of you tribes, man. You know what did Esau say? When the days of mourning of his father's in hand, he shall pursue his brother Jacob. Roughly paraphrasing, to slay Jacob, man. All right. And it says Sirach 12:10, never trust thy enemy, for like its iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right. So this man's wickedness is going to show forth, man. And it's definitely going to show forth in these last days. All right. So, verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him. Right? You got to beware of this devil, man. Always alert when this devil's around, man. Yeah, he tries to humble himself, right? With his words. But the scripture says man's drawing swords. It says, beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. You see? Oh man, this devil's changed, man. He's doing some good. This devil has never changed, man. He's not going to change, man. He was created to be the wicked. Okay? He is the wicked. Malachi 1:4. Alright, so let's get into these videos. This is the first one.
It's been a trusted brand used in homes all across America for decades, but now Johnson & Johnson has lost yet another multi-million-dollar lawsuit, which claims an ingredient in its popular baby talcum powder causes cancer. And there are more than 1,000 other suits pending. Let's get more on this from NBC's Rahema Ellis.
For more than 100 years, Johnson & Johnson's baby powder has been promoted and widely accepted as safe. But now the company lost its second major lawsuit this year in a St. Louis courtroom. Johnson & Johnson was ordered to pay $55 million to 62-year-old Gloria Ristison, who said she used the company's baby powder with talcum as a feminine hygiene product for 40 years. She blamed the talcum for causing her ovarian cancer and sued Johnson & Johnson for failing to warn about the possible risks of talcum.
She was using a product that she thought was perfectly safe, had no idea that it might be dangerous, and that product then had some causation for her cancer.
Jurors were shown documents plaintiff's attorneys argued suggested Johnson & Johnson knew about the risks and downplayed them.
I think that's extremely uncaring, showing no concern whatsoever for the safety and welfare of the people that they are selling to.
The company issued a statement saying multiple scientific and regulatory reviews have determined that talc is safe for use in cosmetic products, and the labeling on Johnson's baby powder is appropriate. The American Cancer Society says the research is inconclusive, but concerned women may want to avoid using the product with talcum.
If they want to use some powder, cornstarch would be an alternative.
The company says it will appeal the case and defends the safety of its iconic baby powder. Rahima Ellis, NBC News, New York.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and
now,
digital exclusives.
that was the first video. Okay. Now, you saw what happened with the company. J&J. That's all I'm going to say. J&J. All right. Now, check this out.
Severe reaction after getting a COVID-19 vaccine. He's recovering at home tonight and sharing his story with 8 News reporter Talia Cunningham, who's in studio with a vaccine alert. Talia?
Hey, Juan, good evening. Well, Richard Terrell got the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine earlier on this month. Now, he suffered.
Hey, look. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. See, that's the thing about, you people, man. All right? Especially you Israelites. You got to, here today, gone tomorrow, attention span, man. Whereas you forgot what this devil has done. You forgot the wickedness that this devil has done, man. Here it is, this man had cancer and his products and didn't care to even let the people know or warn the people, right? And that's why that lawsuit came out back here some years ago. And here it is, this same company is making your vaccines, and you're supposed to trust this guy? Get out of here. No, man.
A severe rash that spread over his entire body and turned his skin red. As doctors tell me, a reaction of this magnitude is extremely rare. We do want to warn you at home that some of these images may be considered graphic. These photos snapped of Richard Terrell's severe reaction to what doctors believe is the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, my skin peeled off. It's still coming off of my hand.
The 74-year-old now on the road to recovery, relieved to breathe in the fresh air at his Goochland County home after spending 5 days at the VCU Medical Center.
Gee, it just came on so fast.
On March 6th, Terrell received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine in Ashland, but 4 days later,
I began to feel a little discomfort in my armpit, and then I began to, a few days later, began to get an itchy rash. And then after that, I began to swell, and my skin turned red.
This red rash quickly spreading, covering Terrell's entire body, his legs and hands almost unrecognizable from swelling and discoloration.
It was stinging and itching.
Skin is the largest organ in the body, and when it gets inflamed like he was, they can lose a lot of fluids, lose a lot of
Dermatology hospitalist Ethanu Newton is one of Terrell's doctors. She says his drug reaction could have been life-threatening if untreated. Through testing and process of elimination,
we ruled out all the viral infections, we ruled out COVID itself, came to the conclusion that it was the vaccine that he had received that was the cause.
Dr. Newton and her colleagues believe Terrell's reaction has something to do with his genetic makeup and the vaccine type. Regardless, the doctor tells us this type of reaction is extremely rare.
If you look at the risk of adverse reactions from the vaccine, it has been really, really low.
Tonight, Terrell,
I wouldn't hesitate to get it.
and Dr. Newton are encouraging folks to get vaccinated and monitor their response.
And that's a fool.
Now, I'm told his
right
reaction has been reported to the CDC, and VCU doctors will be submitting the case to a medical journal this week. Terrell tells me he's still very weak, and it will take some time for him to fully recover, but he's still thankful he was vaccinated.
Yeah, man, these people are through, man. So, you trust this devil you want to, Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, man. Never trust thy enemy, Israel. Never trust thy enemy, Israel. Never trust thy enemy, Israel. Lord willing, I was edifying. Till the next time I say, Shalom.